Well, it is now 6:01 p.m. on December 1st, 2025. I'd like to start the Newfane Selectboard meeting. Welcome everybody here. Call the meeting to order. Confirm the meeting was properly warned.
Yes.
We're going to change the executive session to the end of the meeting and put higher ground up right now so that we can get those guys out of here. So, you guys have the floor. You have 5 seconds.
Go now, go for lunch.
So, the select board is here to listen to this, but not to make a decision on it, from what I understand with our attorney.
Just to hear it all out so it's
we'll
clear.
let you take over this part of the meeting. Let us know what the DRB says about it. Is it going to be properly done, or?
The DRB made a decision with conditions, approval with conditions, when was it, a year or two ago? And then it all got brought to the court. So as far as we're concerned, if the conditions that we put on the permit are acceptable and are done, then anything other than that that's wanted by the lawyer or the state, because Tom Durkin, bless his soul, who passed away, was the original judge that looked at it the first time when it was brought to the courts, and he basically wrote up something, and it had the conditions pretty much what we had on ours. So as far as I'm concerned, if the applicant is following all of our concerns and whatever the state did, then we're cool with it. And I think that the main thing was that having somebody, an engineer that I guess Michael has hired to review what's going on and approve that it's being done per the plan that was submitted to Act 250 or the state. So as far as the DRB is concerned, we're good with everything.
All right.
And a little complication is that the zoning administrator is not acting on this now. Noel's gone, and Melissa, you're the acting zoning administrator on this?
I don't think so. Were you doing it, or? Like,
It'd be kind of a conflict of interest for her, right?
yeah, for her to do it?
Do what?
Sign like the conditional use permit and.
Right, I don't know whether Noel ever signed or gave a permit out on this. I don't know if there was ever a permit.
No, he denied it and sent it to you, and you approved it subject to conditions.
Okay.
It went through the court system,
Okay.
and the agreements were signed. All the people who were resisting had signed the stipulation agreement, and in there were 2 Act 250 letters. One of them said that there needs to be no further action taken by the DRB because the conditions that you had set forth had been met per.
Right, so you need a permit?
There's a conditional use permit to operate a natural cemetery, and the question is, who signs that permit? Typically, at this point, it would be the zoning administrator, but nobody seems to know who the zoning administrator is for this project. We've done everything that we can to comply with all the requests that have been made at the last select board meeting 2 weeks ago, and then in a conference call with you and Bob Fisher last week. He had said, and you all had very clearly stated, give us a sequence and number the burial plots and make sure that the coordinates are marked so that when there's a burial registry, everyone knows who got buried when and where they're located. Well, we have done that in a form that I think was distributed to you all, I don't know. And 5 days ago, I requested that the surveyor put all that information into the plat, and Melissa reminded me today that it's not just a plat, but a Mylar for final recording. So my request is that since we've complied with all of the conditions that have been set forth, that all the decision makers now in the room say, yeah, we will issue a conditional use permit subject to the filing of that Mylar. And I put out, some other conditions that I think, putting on my lawyer hat, these are the kinds of things that I think Bob would want to see.
So when he did the subdivision permit, Katie drew it up and then you had stopped by and signed it for us because of the conflict? I don't know. You want to do the same with the...
Probably, I'm just not familiar with the whole thing like some of the rest of you guys are.
Or Chris maybe sign it?
I'm just wondering if once somebody else should sign it, because that's been through the whole thing.
Has anyone, it was my understanding, and I'm sorry, this has been going on for a while, so my memory's not perfect, but my understanding was that Merle was contactable for this process. That's why the message hasn't changed on the machine.
I don't know. I've tried calling him a couple times and haven't gotten
Is he not here anymore?
I saw him a week and a half ago. He's not good.
Okay.
He's not good. He's living in his car with his wife.
Oh.
And when I opened the door to say hi, he said, I don't have much longer to go.
Oh, God.
He's not good. But when he left his job a year and a half ago, I think it was, there might have been, I don't know whether Pete Van Loan or somebody was appointed a temporary zoning administrator. The only thing that if you took on that role, and I'm not saying we should, it's just looking at the paperwork and say, was this done? Was that done? And
Which I've already gone through it, and I went through it with the attorney for the
Okay.
court agreement.
Yeah.
I didn't go through your stuff for the conditions. I don't know what you guys had as far as the DRB. But as far as the court stuff, it's all there.
okay, and the court stuff is pretty much what we wrote, what our conditions were. Can't be opened after 7 o'clock at night, has to have, all those different kind of warnings or whatever when you're doing a funeral. Nothing out of the usual. The only thing that, like I said, that was added because of the suit, I think, was that, okay, it's on paper, on this Mylar. Is that what is being, or is that what has been built? Is that accurate? Because that's what happened in the past, Michael, is that there was something that said a culvert's here, and the next thing you know, a culvert's someplace else. And somebody said, you're not following the designs. So we just have to be reviewing that.
So what has happened is that the 5 reports from the engineer that we paid to ensure that the project was built according to spec, he has done so.
Okay.
And I went back to Act 250 and said, are you happy? Yes, we're happy. Are you sure? Do you need anything else? No, we don't. Everything is in full compliance. So everybody who said yes, it's fine.
So is it within our limit of power to appoint somebody here to do this? Like make a motion and appoint Melissa to do the signature for this?
It's up to the board.
Just because this is so convoluted.
I made a motion that we appoint Melissa temporary zoning administrator in this instance only, to avert any conflict of interest, to sign higher grounds paperwork,
Conditional use.
conditional use permit.
I second.
Okay, the motion's been made, seconded. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed or abstaining? I'm going to abstain like I said before, but
Well, we've got 3, so we're
so
good.
you're good.
Thank you.
One step closer, right? All it just has to hit the desk and that's it, right?
So it's understood that the survey will, a revised plat that exchanged the little circles with a T will be numbered.
Mhm.
And it's also understood that when we get on site, if we run into ledge or boulders, the sequence may change. And in the memo that you all got, there are 3 different things that shift, or could shift. Number 1, that. Number two, every couple who buy a plot want plots together. It's understandable. But who's to say that they're both going to die on the same day? The registry has to show the date and all the identifying information for a deceased going into the ground. And if one person dies in January of 2026 and another doesn't die for a year, they are not going to be similarly numbered because there will probably be other burials in that period of time. So those are the kinds of things that we will have to.
It's a little, it would be understandable with spouse, you know, or partner or whatever, so that's not it.
And I think everybody here understands that for site conditions and the fact that it was required that we do 90 plus test holes. I don't remember the exact count, it was just about 100, not quite. But that means that there are additional sites. And the phase 1 area is in fact the most likely area where additional sites would be located. So come spring, we'll be geolocating some additional sites. And the final plat that will be registered here will show those kinds of things. And the registry will be updated every time. As long as we don't have to redo a Mylar every time somebody gets buried, nobody would require that, and that would not be important. What is important is that the geocoordinates, the name, the address, death certificate, all of those things are properly registered. Mm-hmm. And we will be in full compliance with those things. We've become pretty good at understanding what the statute says, and we will live by that. One other thing, as long as I have the floor, is there is a sign. I don't know who of you may have worked with Dennis Tier, but he is a foremost sign maker in our region and in the state. In fact, people come from all over New England to get signs made from him. This is a copy of a print that he made, which shows the sign. I have it in the car if anyone would like to see it in person. The sign would be affixed to a standing stone, which is about 5 feet off the ground. And the reason why there's something on the other side is if anybody believes that that sign that we have made is, for whatever reason, inappropriate, then we would make a new sign. We want everybody to be happy. This is a community asset that we really are proud of and want everybody in the community to feel good about. So rather than go in for a permit for a sign, which we know we need to do, I'd like to get a feeling for whether or not the photograph which shows the sign up against the standing stone, it's not affixed to it, whether that's okay. And if people say, yeah, that seems appropriate. Dennis has been out to the site. Others who are artists say, yes, the scaling is right. That's what we'd like. But if there's a feeling that it's too much or let's tone it down, that's why I asked Dennis to do the other designs so that everybody could feel like, this is something that everyone can feel good about.
What are the dimensions?
The dimensions of the one that you see in the photograph is 4 feet across and 2.5 feet high. And it's set about 45 feet into the property, 45 feet from center line of Sunset Lake Road. And the photograph gives you a sense of whether or not the scale feels right to you. The other one on the flip side, which has the same configuration, is 3 feet across instead of 4. And the smaller one next to it has everything on 2 lines, so it's smaller, yes. And again, want everyone to be happy with it rather than some people feeling that maybe it's too much.
Looks fine to me.
As a nearsighted person, 4 by 2.5 seems reasonable to me.
It's set back 45 feet from the road.
Yeah.
It's my humble opinion, it's fine.
Hey, zoning administrator, does it meet zoning?
Temporary zoning administrator.
I don't know. I'd have to ask the actual zoning
Check into
admin.
that.
It's 32 square feet.
32 square
Yeah,
feet.
it's more than,
Which is like
that's 4 by 8.
Yeah,
It's pretty big.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I think there's rules and things, so.
Oh man, maybe I should do one like that big, huh?
That's a sheet of plywood. So, in any sign larger than a sheet of plywood, everyone gets.
This is not a billboard.
It's not a billboard. It is a sign.
No,
But
but
you
I like
said
the color.
32?
32. I think that, again, in zoning, it's the square feet. It doesn't matter if it's pink, blue, green,
Mm,
or what letters are on there. It's a sign.
the size, right?
Yeah. So it does look attractive, and that's good.
Mhm.
And,
Do you
you
like
know,
this?
you give a permit for that particular sign,
Okay.
and then it says something else, that's not cool.
Okay.
So going to all of this trouble is not typically what happens in the zoning process, because I went through this with Merle 4 years ago. But I do it in this case because I want everybody to feel good about it.
It looks.
What are, is 100 plots the maximum? What is the maximum that you are allowed to vary into in the, I don't think I've ever asked that question.
There were two restrictions that were imposed on this project. One was that it be no bigger than 5 acres because that was the minimum lot size for resource district in the town of Newfane. The Vermont Land Trust said you could do more than 120 if you want, but what feels right? And in talking with foresters, well, actually, people who know this particular property and who know forests very well, they said probably 200 sites would be pushing it, and so we backed it down to 120. And others who, well, anyway, 120 was the number that we agreed to. We
Great.
do not want this to be a commercial enterprise where people are feeling like, you know, there's money being made. That's not the point of this. The point is, can we do it in the woods where there's ledge and demonstrate that this is a project that has all the sustainability boxes checked, and we're on the verge of interested parties essentially selling out as soon as we get efficient.
Wonderful.
And of course, we want to be able to help other people do similar things around the state, which people are already contacting us to do.
Great. Thank
Okay.
you.
Anybody got anything else?
You good?
Thank you for coming.
I really appreciate all the support and patience that Jay and David and Melissa's been great the last few days, so thank you all. Just really a pleasure.
You're quite welcome.
Much gratitude.
Thanks, Michael.
Enjoy yourself. Drive safe.
David, thank you so much for coming too and just
Yeah, David, thanks.
hearing your voice and connecting, and now we're all on the same
I could talk
page.
to them for hours.
So I'll give you a call at some point and we'll talk about the
Yeah,
permit.
absolutely, you need me to look at it.
Yeah.
Look at what he did a couple of years ago,
Okay.
because there was a plan, so.
Michael,
Okay.
thank you on the floor.
That was when I sent you, or what?
Do you still have your permit for the sign? You need the permit. You need to fill out the sign.
Yeah, I've got the form, but I haven't filled it out yet, but I will do that for the Susan.
Yeah. Do it for that one.
Yeah.
That's the nice
Thank you
one.
so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.
And people were saying, can we come to the meeting? I said, no, let's not poke the bear.
Let's get it over with quick.
That matters.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay, we are down to approval of the minutes.
Okay, we have 4 people, so 3 can, all right.
The first one would be October 9th, draft special meeting minutes.
I didn't give everybody copies of October 9th and November 3rd because they've been in a meeting quite a few times, so.
I don't remember if I was there or not, though. That's not.
Oh,
Let's do November 10th, because that's Marion.
That, all 3 of us were here.
Katie. So, make a motion, we approve November 10th?
I'll second.
here you go.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes of November 10th. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? I'm abstaining because I wasn't here.
17th,
17th,
17th, we need Mike. 24 we can do.
24 we can do.
Yeah.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes for November 24th.
Is there a second?
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes of November 24th. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? Okay, so
Okay.
we're
Who
combining.
was November 3rd?
So, October 9th,
October 9th.
Todd, Marion, and I. So we can
Okay.
do this one.
Do it.
I make a motion to pass the minutes from October 9th, 2025.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes of October 9th, 2025. Anybody, is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining?
Abstain.
Good man.
November 3rd was Todd, Marion, Chris, and I. And I have one amendment. My name is spelled incorrectly at the top. With that amendment, I motion that we pass the minutes otherwise as written.
What,
A second.
motion's been made and seconded, which is the, what meeting?
November 3rd.
November 3rd, with the correction of Katie's name on the minutes. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? So that's all we can do for right now, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, we just had the 17th tabled.
Okay, we're at road foreman, road commissioner's report.
Motion actually for that tabled.
What's that?
I need a motion for that table in the minutes.
I make a motion, we table approving the minutes of November 17th.
I second the motion.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded to, what are we doing with it?
Table the minutes.
Table the minutes
No.
of November 17th, 2025. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed or abstaining? Okay, now we're back to road foreman and road commissioner's report.
Okay.
I reached out to the coordinator for Act 250, Stephanie Giles, about the gravel pit, and I received this response on November 18th from her. She said that I have deemed the application complete and the district commission is reviewing the application. They are deciding whether to notice the application as a minor application or to schedule a hearing. I followed up with them recently and will hopefully have their determination in the coming days. So by deeming it complete, apparently it starts a clock for them, so they have so long to.
Wonderful.
So that's what the engineer, he was so frustrated last time I talked with him because they still hadn't deemed it complete. They had 6 months to do so. So I called her and she said it's complete. So I guess we're moving forward still.
Do they have like 60 days to do that?
I
What
don't
is their
remember what he said
timeline?
the timeline was, but he was excited that it was actually
Okay,
started their clock. So.
great.
I've still heard nothing from Colin at Wyndham Regional Commission about the village sidewalk project engineering proposal from Foreman O'Neill. I've asked him twice to schedule a meeting with Melissa and I and him, and still nothing. So I'll try him again and let's see if we can get that.
Can you get a hold of like Chris Campney and see if you can get him to move ahead a little bit?
Yeah. I don't know whether he was just away or whether, you can't tell from the messages, so. And I would like to remind people not to park at the end of roads where the town plows turn around. It's really difficult with the plow on to turn around when they park right in the middle of a turnaround.
If the board would like, I will happily post that on our local town websites as a reminder for everybody.
This portion of the board approves.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. It should be put in there somewhere that the owner will be, the vehicle will be removed at the owner's expense.
Okay.
And Justin has his appointment for CDL.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Justin.
All right.
Once you go up there,
It's in December sometime, but I just don't remember the date yet. He's still very nervous, but I I think the pre-trip is what's making him the most
Yeah, he
nervous.
wants to go over and over and over and over and over that. All my bus drivers, I mean, I hired somebody to come in and do it, and the guy up there was having a bad day apparently and decided, and he told them, they walked in there, that he fails quite a few people. It's like, that was a good way to start out. He failed one of the drivers because they were doing 35 and a 50. Said you can't do that, and I was like, wow. So yeah, just tell him to go over that pre-trip.
Yeah, he's got his little pointer and he's been going around the truck working on it, so it's good. He's been very diligent with his work on it, taking the class on the computer. I'm sure it wasn't fun, but he stayed right with it and
Yeah.
got it finished.
That'd be good.
I have a question. Do we have a date from Renault Brothers for the bridge project?
Yes, early December.
Okay, today's the 1st.
That's as far as they could give me. They had one more project, I believe, that had to be finished,
Okay.
and then they were gonna move on to that.
Will
Tell him to do it the
Will
week of
you
Christmas.
guys be watching the bridge to make sure snowfall doesn't harm the roof tomorrow?
And that should be fine.
Okay.
Supposed to be light, and I did mention that to the guy from Renault, and he said he wouldn't worry about it till we get a lot of real heavy snow. So.
Okay.
So try to get him to do it the week of Thanksgiving because there won't be any buses going back and forth.
Christmas.
That's
Thanksgiving's
gone now.
There you go. Christmas, yeah.
I know, I thought of that. It only took them really 2 days last time, so, and they think they started after buses and we're done before buses, so if they have to do it that way.
Just got the 2 buses knocked over and there.
They were running this afternoon later, like the Dover bus was leaving the school at like,
Career Center.
so that's every day too?
Ours
Yeah.
goes down to get them, then you drop them off at the Newark Elementary School, and then
I pick
they
up my
take them
son.
back up on the hill.
Yeah, I pick up my son at like 4:20 to 4:30 at the
And the first
Eastover
one's at like
Firehouse.
What's that?
3. The first one would be going through like 3.
Yeah, because the school doesn't let them out till 3, so you go around there.
Okay. No, I'll keep them posted on that.
Opening's still gonna be 11 foot.
Yeah, it'd be the same height.
In the morning, it'd be right around quarter to 8 maybe. He goes through at 6:15, but
Yeah. Okay. So yes, they're planning on moving there just as quick as they get the last project done, and then they'll, I assume they took the old timber down to the shop, and I believe they're gonna do the same thing they did last time and pre-cut it. And then when they go to put it up, it's a lot simpler.
Hmm.
So,
till the next truck goes by.
Will you, as soon as they give you a start date, will you please let me know so I can blast it all over the place? Appreciate that.
Just-
Make a motion, we accept the Foreman Road Commissioner's report.
Is there a second?
I second.
Motion's been made, seconded to approve the road foreman and road commissioner's report. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? The ayes have it. Thank you very much.
Have a good and safe day tomorrow.
Be careful.
yeah.
Bye.
Good night, Jay.
Good night.
Alright, let's,
So we are down to scheduled members of the public.
That's done.
That was that.
Josh, do you have anything that you'd like to tell us? Guess that's
I
unscheduled.
guess if he does, he can stop us.
sure.
Are there any other members of the public scheduled?
No.
Administrative assistance report?
Were you doing the executive session under that?
What's that?
I thought you put the executive session down where higher ground was, you swapped them.
Yeah, I pretty much did. I just want to do that now then.
It's up to you.
Need a motion to go into executive session pursuant to 1 V.S.A. 313A3, discussion about hiring of public employee.
I make a motion, we go into executive session pursuant to 1 V.S.A. 313A3.
I second.
Motion's been made, seconded to go into executive session at 6:31 PM. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? We are now in executive session. At 6:51 hours to come out of executive session.
Recording in progress.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? Okay, now,
I make a motion to resume the regular select board meeting.
Second it.
motion's been made, seconded to resume, go back into the regular meeting. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Or opposed or abstaining? Now you need to.
Coming out of executive session, the board has decided to hire Avery Fitzpatrick as administrative assistant to the treasurer and zoning administrator at $17 an hour, not to exceed 20 hours a week. She will be under supervision of Melissa Brown and Katie Bristol as our treasurer and zoning admin.
Woo-hoo.
Very good.
Okay,
Second?
is there a second to the motion? Motion's been made and seconded to hire Avery Fitzpatrick at $17 an hour, not to exceed 20 hours per week. What else am I missing out of that?
The title, administrative assistant to treasurer and zoning
Like
admin.
she just said.
Ditto.
Is there any discussion?
None.
Now,
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? The ayes have it. Welcome aboard.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much, Avery.
So are you gonna let her know?
Yeah, I'll let her know, I'll get the paperwork all drawn up and,
Send her a letter or something?
yeah, and I'll have her sign like an acceptance thing.
That way she acknowledges
Great.
that she's only working 20 hours, blah, blah, blah.
Yep,
No more than.
No more than, correct.
on this side.
on this side.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, moving right along. Where are we?
Administrative assistants.
Yes, administrative assistance report.
Kate and I completed the running the road crews driver's licenses through the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. All the records came back clear. We'll also run them through the Vermont DMV as soon as we receive the signed authorization forms from everyone. I have the repro report contract, and we have the option to secure a 1-year, 2-year, or 3-year agreement. Repro remains the most competitive price we've been offered. You guys will need to vote on the contract, and the chair will need to sign.
That's for the
printing of the
report.
town report books.
Town report.
Yep. I gave you a copy, but
Do we need to vote on it now so you can get on with it, or?
yeah, they need this back. So they're the cheapest ones that we could find right now for printing the book.
And you're recommending them?
Yeah,
So-
we've used them the last, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years.
What do
So
you
if we
recommend?
sign on for 3 years, that is $4,285
Do we
A year?
per year. Per year, correct. And if we only do it for 1 year, it's $46.95. If we do it for 2 years,
The
it's
money's
$45.47.
Money's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What is your recommendation as far as 1, 2, or 3?
I mean, they seem to be good. They get everything to us on time. The print's good, the books have been good.
We've used them before. How many years?
Oh, several years. I don't even know.
Okay.
The difference is about 30 cents per copy.
Let's lock them in.
I would entertain a motion.
I'd make a motion for signing on for a 3-year contract at $4,285 each year for our town reports.
Is there a second?
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any other discussion?
How long are you doing it for?
3 years.
3. Yep. Hearing no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Abstaining or, yeah, whatever. I'm not doing either anyways. Okay, so that's good. You got anything else for us?
Well, you already know I spoke to Bob Fisher, because that was already talked about. And then we have booked 2 more Williamsville hall rentals.
Anybody want to make a motion to,
I make a motion to accept the administrative assistance report.
for a second? Motion's been made and seconded to approve the administrative assistance report. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? The ayes have it.
Do you have something for him to sign, or do any of these work?
Any one of those is fine.
Be helpful if I had ink.
Yeah, I think Katie got 2 or 3 other.
Date. Today's the first.
Maybe 12-1?
Correct. Pardon?
I think Katie got 2 or 3 other quotes.
And this was still the lowest.
Still the
That's
lowest.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay, where are we at here? Committee reports.
We have the Williamsville Hall Committee report. The minutes from their meeting.
Do we need to let the man back in from the waiting room? Is he still there?
He's not there anymore.
Oh.
Alright.
Just take a moment and read this over.
And I showed Mike last meeting the, hopefully the internet doesn't work well here, but there are the solar powered lamps. I found some that have their own stand, so like a planter box stand, so you can put whatever in there, and they're movable. So I have this idea to help with the lighting out there. It can be my actual company is willing to donate them, buy 2 of them for Rock River players to put out in the evenings when their shows are done, out so the area is lit, and then they can be moved back in at the end of the night. I will give the offer to them if they want to do that for additional lighting for that. But I saw when I was driving by this morning, I was right behind you, Katie. They had the light on today,
They did.
and it was nicer. It was a little brighter around that corner, so
Mm-hmm.
that was nice. But I noticed in the notes that they have to make sure Rock River players to do outside lighting.
So,
It's an old style street lamp type, but you need to make sure it doesn't have any impact on the neighbors.
would it not be theatrical and stagey to have like cafe lights like you have hanging in your yard around the awning? Like, I don't quite understand the hang up.
I think this is more of, it might be more of individuals just digging their heels in just for the sake of digging their heels in. However, but I make a motion, we accept the Williamsville Hall Committee meeting minutes if we need to.
Or
Second.
motion's been made and seconded to approve the Williamsville Hall Committee report. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed or abstaining? The ayes have it. My phone has it.
And I do thank the committee, the Williamsville Hall Committee, for submitting their minutes.
I second that.
All right.
Okay,
On to it.
moving right along. Unscheduled members of the public, he is not still there, correct? Okay, we'll have to catch him next time, I guess. Is there any new business?
Mm-mm.
No new business, old business, and just keeping that the same too, or?
Yep.
So we're up to correspondence. Is there any correspondence?
No.
we need to do pay orders. We need to let BCTV go home.
Thank you, BCTV.
Thank you so much.
Everyone be safe.
Yeah.